Not very effective, am I right? You remember everything you read in school? No. Right? Just hearing words, going to seminars, those fancy seminars, and listening to people speak, you only remember 20% of what you hear. This is new classic neuroscience here. You only remember 20% of what you hear. And that's basically what our school system is based. You go to class, listen to lecture, read the textbook, cram for exams the night before, pass with flying colors. 2 weeks later, you don't know nothing. True? People go to university. Our office is right next to UE. Pass you with flying colors. We call it first class honors. Go in the job and don't know nothing. I don't go and fetch coffee for the boss instead. Right? Long-term Bicycle Couriers Limited. We started a bicycle courier company in Port of Spain about 7 years ago. It failed in 2010. And it shocked everybody. Everybody in Port of Spain wanted to know, who are those crazy people who want to try that idea? It was us. You remember that, eh? We were on TV, we were on Business Garden, and we got a lot of fanfare for it. Because what we realized is that on bikes, couriers could do deliveries in 15 minutes. What would it take a truck an hour and a half to do? So we grew really fast. But of course, you learn by making mistakes, right, as an entrepreneur. So we made as many mistakes as we could. Right? Unfortunately, we made too many mistakes and the company didn't do too well at the end. Right? But I wanted to go in a different direction for my team. Because you know, business and investing are team sports, right? You don't really go it by yourself. Always do it with a team. That's another thing you have to remember. Right? So it failed in 2010. I learned my lesson, and the day after it failed, I moved on immediately. I think I got this franchise right after. And if you ever get to know me, I love franchises. Right? So we're going to get into it now. These are the 4 different types of people that make up the world of business and investing. Employees, self-employed, business owners, and investors. Right? On this side is your poor middle class. Right? They're stuck in what we call the rat race. Dependence on a salary. If you're dependent on a salary, you're stuck in the rat race. People get stuck there for life sometimes. Never taking that step away from that dependence. These here, you're rich. Now in most countries, this is like 90%, 10%. I was in Tobago last week for a speech, and they said in Tobago it's more like 99 and 1. Trinidad is more like 95 and 5, you know. I get all those kinds of differences there, but we try to equal up the odds because we believe in people's potential, we believe in human potential. And we have proven through the years of using simulations that every human being is a genius. It's not like what they tell you in the school system, whether you're bright or you're dunce. Every human being is a genius. So right now, what we do, what is our claim to fame and why I'm here, is because we use simulations to teach. We simulate the real experience. So people remember 90% and more of what they do in a simulation. So if you know, if I have it here, like a book, other people's money, which is very important. You know, you raise capital as an entrepreneur. You don't really use your own money. You use other people's money. I know that's a foreign kind of thing here, but you have to learn to use other people's money. You have to learn to raise capital. Imagine just reading a book on raising capital as compared to practicing raising capital over and over and over in a simulation. This is why people, when they do our courses, sometimes they leave their job. We actually have to tell people, do not leave your job while doing cash flow. And they still do it. They harden. They leave their jobs. Because they realize, I don't want to be stuck in an 8 to 4 job anymore. I'm going for it. I'm going to give it my all. Right? Simulating the real experience proves that every human being is a genius. And we have expanded our business into this field of science and engineering, or STEM education, with a new project called Mad Science. It is growing at an extraordinary rate right now. Both businesses are growing. Now that it's a recession. Mind you, a recession is the best time by far to invest and to do a business. By far. This is when you're supposed to be expanding your business. Because everybody else is running scared. Everybody's running scared. This is when you have to push more money into marketing. You have to push more sales. Right? So, in terms of the 4 different types of people that make up the world of business, right? Our education at Rich Dad is for people on this side, business owners and investors, or those who want to be on this side. Our school system was designed to produce employees. So outright we say our school system is not a failure. It is actually a roaring success because it's doing exactly what it's designed to do. If you go through the school system to learn entrepreneurship, you're headed in the wrong direction because you're going to get a job. And you know, we have to say that cash flow. GOB stands for? Huh? Just over broke. We meet managers at financial institutions, senior managers, making $35,000, $45,000 a month. You would assume they're rich. Wrong. When you look at their financial statement, after they pay off all their very high expenses, they're left with $300, $400 to pay around with every month. Just over broke. Engineers, doctors, lawyers, they're all in the same group. Just over broke. They're stuck in the rat race. And the more educated you are, the more you're stuck in the rat race. Because you think you know everything already. You know they say pockets full of sand, you can't move anymore. You know? A lot of people who are very educated, it's hard for them to unlearn what they have learned. So our education is actually for people who want to be on the B&I side, business owners and investors. So I'll run through some books really quick so you remember other people's money. This is not sold in bookstores, but you can get it online. Download it for free. Information is power, right? How to buy and sell a business. As an entrepreneur, you don't need to start a business from scratch. You can buy one that already exists. But do you know how to buy one? Do you know they have businesses for sale all now? Don't wait for the for sale sign to go up. You go and negotiate a price with the owner. That's what we teach and that's what we do. Right? And you raise capital, you buy the business and expand. I'll save this one for last. ABCs of real estate investing. Powerful stuff. As an entrepreneur, you have to know investing and finance. Have to. If you don't understand the language of business, try and imagine you're stepping out into Caracas, Venezuela, and you can't speak Spanish. Think of how dangerous that is. You all know how safe Venezuela is right now, right? Yeah. Try to buy food, try to get a hotel. You can't. That's what an entrepreneur is like if you don't understand finance. You don't even know how to calculate return on investment. Scary stuff. Before you quit your job, everything you need to know before you take that leap, before you quit your job, you're just overbroke. Right? One of the most important skills in business and investing is your ability to sell. Number one skill. I must admit my program is probably the best program in the world because it's simulation based. The only simulation based program in entrepreneurship really, fully, like that, on that kind of scale. And even though it's the best, we still have to send our entrepreneurs to go learn to sell after. They still have to go and sell, learn to sell. So we send them to according to Code of Learning, we send them to get a part-time or full-time sales job to learn to sell. It takes an average of 1 to 2 years. Some people do sales courses. We have 2 sales courses in Trinidad and Tobago. One at Dale Carnegie Sales Success. We advise you to do it. The owner of Dale Carnegie is a Cash Cup member. The other one is a guy named Adrian Havlock. His program is called Upsell. It's pretty good as well. Both are very, how do I put it? They're both simulation based. Because if you just do a sales program and you just attending lectures, waste of time. What you're looking for is lots of role playing. That's how you learn to sell. In the past, Dale Carnegie used to do a lot more writing, waste of time. And now they improved it. Now they have a lot more role playing. That's how you learn to sell. Constant practice. You learn how to answer the phone, how to make sales calls, how to handle objections, how to turn no's into yeses. These are very important skills of an entrepreneur. We sell all the time in business, every single day. And sales is not just selling to customers to make money. Sales is dealing with your sometimes annoying staff who make excuses for coming late and stuff. But just, you have to keep them motivated. That's sales. Sales is dealing with your kids or dealing with your wife or husband. That's sales. I'm selling right now and I'm not ashamed of it. Or you shouldn't be ashamed either. Most people are stressed out Monday mornings. I think there's a 30% chance increase rate of getting heart attack on Monday mornings because people are stressed out to go to work. Right? Or stressed out to pick up that phone and make those sales calls. If you're really good at sales, you look forward to Monday mornings. In fact, Sunday nights I don't get much sleep. I'm excited. I'm all over Facebook. Can't wait for Monday morning. Because it could take one call and maybe the next big deal. Right? Which brings me to this book here. Sales Dogs. Powerful sales book. It's not the only one. There are other ones as well. But this is the When You Rich Dad book that teaches sales. Right? There are lots of other books out there. They're not really in the bookstores anymore. Unfortunately, Nigel and those other guys are not bringing them in. So you have to get on Amazon.com or through us. We have book dealers in Cashflow Club. So what exactly is Cashflow Club? Cashflow Club is a business school that uses simulations and games to teach investing, finance, and entrepreneurship. And we've had extraordinary success over the years. We passed the 1,000 member mark back in 2011, so we really don't know how many people in the Cashflow Club. I get asked that all the time. These days we get a lot more attention simply because it's a recession. People looking for an alternative, and they realize every time there's some sort of economic downturn, Cashflow Club gets way more popular. We deal with the unions. Unfortunately, the unions are not equipped to deal with us. We dealt with the Steelworkers Union. You know, when the 600 staff got laid off, they didn't have the resources to send them for training because we weren't doing it for free. Right? They didn't have the money to send them to training. They rather spend those resources on marching for the spade, doing what unions do. Perfectly normal. But because of things like cash flow, maybe the union system is becoming obsolete now. And we tell them that straight. I said it on national TV last week in Morning Edition. I said maybe the union's system is obsolete. Now that we have something like this that teaches people how to survive in the financial system. We live in a financial system. You have to know how to survive in it and thrive. These days, there's a huge movement going on Facebook trying to get us into schools. The reason why we have a strict 18 years on policy is because the last 16-year-old can be trained. He got permission from his school to do a cake sale, and he just kept that sale going. And by the time his school caught up to him, he was selling juice, cookies, stationery, making $2,000 a week. And he just attended like 2 cash sessions. So after he got suspended, they said, okay, no more kids. No more kids. Now he runs his own company. He runs an event management company. He brings in all those dancehall artists because he's still young. He's like 23 or something, like 22. You know, bringing all those dancehall artists, and he's making good money. You know, he bought his own car recently. You know, he's an inspiring story to his people who's in Malabar and stuff. But Rich Kids Market, good book for kids, right? But remember, you only remember 10% of what you read. Again, not very effective, right? So I want to show you all some tricks in finance. And I'll show you all why the rich keep on getting rich and richer, and why the poor middle class remain poor middle class. And if you find this cash flow pattern looks like yours, maybe you could, this might be your time to make some changes in your life. Because we encourage people to start business all the time. Because the way we see it, you know, you can have a job and run a business part-time. You can have a job and invest in real estate. It's not taught in the education system, which is why you have to learn for yourself, or learn through Cashflow Club or any other institution like that, right? But you could be both. Once your cash flow from your investments start trumping your salary, then you can leave your job. And we get a lot of people to leave their jobs consistently, right? So if you want to do more research into us, please do research. Don't just dismiss us offhand because it does sound extreme, and it is because it's simulations. So our results are very different from typical classroom style or lecture style or seminar style kind of education businesses, right? So this here I'm drawing here is what you have in your hand is like a financial statement, income statement, and balance sheet, right? Financial literacy is very important in business. It's the second most important skill in financial education, right? Again, number one skill is what? The ability to sell. Anybody here has a sales background? Besides me? Vida, what's your name? Quasi, valuable person. Who else? And you too, what's your name? Cecile. Very good. If you all do cash flow, you'll become very, very, very valuable people. And then you know one time. Alright, so this here is a financial statement, income statement, balance sheet, right? Cash flow breaks business down so simply, even a child can understand. Which is why we don't train children, because we get into trouble. So income, expenses, this here is liabilities and assets, right? So, right. So, let me show you the cash flow pattern because my 20 minutes is up. So I'll just take 2 more, right? Or 5 more. Okay. Alright. So this is the cash out pattern of a poor middle class person. Very, very simple, right? You have a GOB, and GOB stands for? Just over broke. Yeah, we want to say that. Everywhere we go. They earn an income every month, they pay off the expenses, but they buy liabilities. They think of assets. So a cash flow, we have a very simple definition of an asset. Accountants didn't like it in the past, including my mother, who is an accountant, a really good one. We have a different definition of an asset. So an accounting definition is an asset is anything you could sell later on, a property, you know, that kind of thing. To us, we look at cash flow. So an asset brings money to your pocket every single month, whether you work or not. Therefore, a liability takes money out. So an asset puts money, and a liability takes money out. Right, good. So the house is over there, asset or liability? Big liability. Most people, when they get married, they buy a house immediately. Bad investment decision. Locks them in the rat race for life. House, the car you drive, asset or liability? Big liability. What if it's a Mercedes Benz with nice rims? Pioneer sound system. Huh? Big liability. Right, good. So we're on the same page here. Right. So this is how the cash pattern looks. People taking loans Christmas time to buy presents. Don't fall in that trap. Taking loans carnival time to play mass and balls, all inclusive fets. Right? Over and over and over. This is what the cash pattern looks like. Using the credit card to buy all kind of thing. Right? Virgin Airlines, Virgin Records, 350 businesses. I even start counting his real estate investments yet. That's just businesses. That's why he's a billionaire. He bought an island called Necker Island. I mispronounced it once on TV, that was really embarrassing. But anyway, he bought an island called Necker Island, right? People think it's a waste, it's a liability. No, it's an asset. He rents it out. He rents out his house or whatever on the island, £20,000 a night. Sold out. He's making a lot of money with that island. Over and over and over. He just recently, I think that's Virgin Galactic, they're going to start taking people to orbit for like £20,000 or something like that. Craziness. That's why he's rich. Multiple sources of income. So you want the skills to get multiple sources of income. That's where selling skill comes in. If you're leading a team, if you're a business owner, right? There's a big difference between being a B and being an S. As important people, these are self-employed. These are your lawyers, your doctors, accountants, in private practice, or the small business owners that, you know, standing behind the cash register and dusting all. You don't want the employees to touch the cash register, you know that type? They are stuck in the rat race. If you don't get the skills to run a team, to manage a team, you're going to be stuck here for life. This is why you have to learn how to lead a team. Because business and investing are team sports. They're written on the back of all these books. Business and investing are team sports. You have to do it with a team. Right? So you have to read books like How to Influence and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, or The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. These are the kind of books you have to read. Unfortunately, the school system doesn't give you those books. You have to get those on your own. Amazon is your friend. Right? Bookstores are your friend too. I think they have those books still, yeah? Yeah, in the business section. Right? So, you want the skills to run a team. So just imagine, who's the greatest football player in the world right now? Messi, right? Messi? Alright, let's pretend it's Messi, if it's not Messi. Let's pretend it's Messi. Imagine Messi on the football field playing against Real Madrid. Who's going to win? Real Madrid. Why? They have a team. So Messi can't strike, midfield, and goalkeeper at the same time. Right? That's what people do in business all the time. When I left university, my finance lecturer who discouraged me from doing cash flow, his name is Cecil Sylvester. He died 2 years ago, so I can call his name now. Well, kind of. Yeah. He won't get vexed at me, right? Hopefully. But anyway, he discouraged us from doing cash flow. Ironically, he became my biggest competitor in the financial trade market afterwards. And we literally ran to the ground. My mom joined the team in 2008. My team kept on expanding and growing. Cecil was by himself, doing all the work trying to compete against us. Right? People do that all the time in business and they get trampled, just like Messi. Do not be Messi. Be Real Madrid. Learn to operate in a team and work with a team. This is why Israel produces so many entrepreneurs. There's a lot of research going into Israel's economy as to why they consistently produce so many entrepreneurs, why they have more Israeli companies listed on NASDAQ than the entire continent of Europe and India and Korea combined. They're ridiculous. You know why? Because in the military training, between the ages of 18 to 20 for girls, 18 to 21 for boys, they go straight to the military, the Israeli Defense Force, and they get these skills here: mission, team, and leadership. In any business, these are your most important parts, not the product. Mission, team, leadership. Anybody here can do a better burger than McDonald's, am I right? What does McDonald's taste like? Not box? Yeah, box with ketchup, right? Anybody here can do a better burger than McDonald's. But can you build it? There's a system of McDonald's. Big difference. Right? So you have to learn to work on a team. You have to learn how to keep your team very focused as a leader. You need leadership skills. You need selling skills to drive those sales. So the money keeps on coming in, your team can get paid, they stick with you, keep them motivated, they keep selling for you and pushing for you. My team right now is still in the office pushing sales. And it's Friday night after 7 o'clock. Most people want to go outside and drink. My team works 7 days a week. We have been working 7 days a week for, what, months now? She's the manager in the office. And she's here, you know, she could be anywhere partying and with her friends or whatever. She's here. Because we believe in what we do. We have a mission. Mission is the most important thing. Kashako's mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity. As Rich Dad's mission is Kashako's mission. Mad Science mission is to inspire the next generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers. You always start with a mission. It's your reason for existence, being in the business that you're in. Right? So thank you very much. Now, at Kasha, we give free business and financial advice. We mentor a lot of people, right? We do it for free. So I'm going to leave you my number here. I don't have that many. I gave my last card in the box and my second to last one to Julia. So my name is Roger Moore, right? If you don't remember the English, remember 007, right? My number is 768-6761, right? We have a radio program on Sky 99.5 FM. From 11:30 a.m. We give free financial and business advice live on air to everybody that calls. Have a number on your smartphones, you can have me on WhatsApp. Sky 99.5 FM. Right? I'm thankful that Netco allowed me to find it all. Years now we've been talking. Huh? Okay. Oh, 11:30 a.m. 11:30 a.m. Tuesday. Right? So you can call on the show, ask for advice, you can message me anytime. I work 7 days a week because I love what I do. We are very passionate about what we do. People have been debating whether we found a solution to poverty. No, it's not, but we definitely found a solution to income inequality. And that's a worldwide problem. And we're the first country in the world to figure it out in such a major way. My Kasha Club is the largest in the Western Hemisphere. So Robert Kiyosaki, the writer of the book, does have his eyes on us to see what happens next. And you know who else has their eyes on us? Yeah, this fool. And New York most likely will be the first state to institute financial education in your schools. I personally want Trinidad and Tobago to be the first because I'm from here, right? So only time will tell to see what happens next. So right now, Kasha Club is getting very popular. We're always on TV and radio now. CNC3 is trying to design a show for us. You know, so there's a lot of momentum going on, right? Start reading the books. Even if you don't do our programs, invest in yourself. You are your most important investment. This here is a computer, supercomputer, right? Everybody's a genius. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.